Hi, I'm Paris of Paris Ashley Home, and I'm going to show you how to turn your single vanity light into two beautiful vanity lights. All right, let's get started. Assuming you have found the center of your wall where you want your new lights to go, grab your round electrical box. I will have this link down below, and draw a pencil around where that box is going to go. Now, I will start off by saying that I am not a licensed electrician. I am not a contractor, so please don't come at me in the comments saying hire a professional. I agree, hire a professional. But if you are a DIYer and you want to learn how to do this yourself, here's a quick tutorial for you. I do have a contractor friend who I did talk to the entire time I was doing this, and he did give me all the instructions I needed to be successful at this. So at this point in time, I am using a Sawzall blade as a drywall knife. You can use an electrical Sawzall, but I just found I have more control when I do it by hand. I did use a screwdriver right there with a rubber mallet to make a hole to be able to get my Sawzall into the wall to screw it. I am using a shop vac in my left hand to control the dust, just to, help not spread dust everywhere. Once you have your hole, grab your electrical box and fit it. There are little flaps on the edge, so once you get it mostly in the hole, you can draw your pencil line around those little flaps and cut those out as well. This part is a little bit more tedious, so I would go back and forth with the box just to make sure it has a snug fit and you don't make it too loose. Once you have confirmed that your box fits, do not push it in all the way because you do still need to pull the wires through. Repeat this on the other side. Once you have repeated this on the other side, it is time to make a hole in your wall. Are you ready? Cool. Let's go grab the actual Sawzall now because I'm not going to do this part by hand. We're going to make a nice rectangle between the two studs on either side of the wires. Now you might be saying, how am I going to fix this drywall? Well, I'm not going to go over that in this video because I have another video that is fully dedicated to drywall, and I will link that down below for you. Once you get your hole, I did score that last little piece just to make sure I could keep this piece of drywall from falling into the wall. Now we're going to go ahead and grab our 1-inch drill bit and drill a circle hole, obviously a circle, that's what a drill does, through the stud. And this is how we are going to fish the new wire into our new vanity light hole. And in case you're like, Paris, I want to see what you're doing. Here you go, nice close-up. It's really hard to hold a camera and drill at the same time, so this will go through the entire 2x4. Next, let's grab our new electrical wire. I am using 14 2. I only needed about 6 feet, and luckily my contractor friend did have some extra, so I didn't have to buy a 25-foot roll, which is the smallest amount it comes at. But again, I will link this for you down below so you know exactly what wire to use. I am stripping the wires to expose the, wires before I get it up on the wall. Next, we're going to fish the new wires through the new hole and just have it stick out in the middle and in the new hole. Then fish it through your electrical box, and then you can go ahead and shove that box inside your wall. Cool. All right, so let's cap these off so we aren't touching them. Nothing is live right now. Again, the power is off. Thank you very much. And it is currently time to make our hole into the second stud. Now, if you see, this gap between this stud and the new light on the right is a lot bigger. So yes, in about 30 seconds here, I'm going to be cutting a second hole in the wall. And this 2x4 for some reason was a double 2x4, and I couldn't figure out why I could not get through this one. So that is also why I had to cut a second hole in the wall. And I'm not sure why I didn't see it, but the insulation was covering it, that there was a 2x4 literally on the edge of that second light. So after I got the second piece of drywall cut out, it was time to make new holes because I would not be able to get the new wire through, a solid piece of wood. I also found that my largest drill bit was actually easier to get through the wood, and it was a big enough hole for the wire, so I switched to a giant drill bit instead of the 1-inch drill bit. All right, once we got the holes made, it was time to fish the wire through the holes. So I put the wire from the left light all the way through the right light. I also put the original wires that were in the center. Oh, there went my camera. I left it because it was funny. The wires from the center I put into the right light. It fit better that way. And then I fished the new wires and connected the new wires to the old wires. The old wires go out to the electrical box. The new wire powers the right light as well as the left light because the wires are now connected. So you can get your wires through your electrical box and then nut all of them off. I had to pull, it was a very tight fit. And you can see that the wires are a little bit exposed in the wall right there. I did ask my contractor friend, I sent him pictures, he said that's totally fine. I wasn't 100% comfortable with it, even though he confirmed it was fine. I still put a little bit of electrical tape on it just to make myself feel better about it. And at this point, you are ready to install your new lights, so prepare your wall in whatever fashion you are doing. I was tiling. Again, I do have a tutorial linked down below for how to repair your drywall if that is what you are doing. As far as how to install an actual light, this is not that tutorial, but I have a tutorial for that as well. It's a reel on Instagram, which I will link to you as well. If you enjoyed this, subscribe. I am always doing tutorials. Follow on Instagram, and I hope that you guys have a wonderful day. And look at this. Look how beautiful your new bathroom, well, I mean, technically it's my new bathroom, but how beautiful your bathroom could look. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time.